Yeah, it's amazing how similar the even down to the silo. There's some Brahmas.
They're seeing a bird or they're looking at that tree. I can't.
The bird is making a racket. Like somebody's squeezing it or something.
Yeah, it sounds like a squeeze toy. A doggy squeeze toy.
Holy cow.
Oh, there he is, right there. Right here. See him right there?
Yeah, I do. Huh. I better take that from Mr. Miller. He can tell me all about it then.
If you stood over here, maybe you'd get a better shot.
Oh, don't run away.
He's out in the open. You see him?
I lost him, yeah.
He's right up there.
Yeah, I do see him. Yeah. Thank you.
It almost looks like a deflated yellow balloon. Huh.
Sydney's New South Wales,
Right.
Brisbane where you came is Queensland, would be sort of through here somewhere.
Okay.
I think you can see Calling's out there and there's some high rises just halfway down that cliff on the ocean. And then the most easterly point, you see over there, you can see a beach going round, the sand going round over there.
Yeah.
That's the most easterly point of Australia. So that'll be Byron Bay. Heard of Byron Bay? That's like a hippie town, very trendy, beautiful beaches and real nice.
So that's actually the sand of the beach that we're seeing?
Yeah,
there?
you can see the.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a good ways down there.
Yeah. It's about 80 k's from the coast.
Yeah.
And that'll be Mullumbimby. This is that rock there will be Mount Warning, and that's where the sun hits Australia first time, first in Australia. So
First light.
Mount Warning. Yep. Yeah, pretty good view.
This is to tell you about the Whitsundays. This is a group of islands that look a lot like the San Juans behind me. You can see the jet skis and the boats and stuff going around in the Whitsundays. It's a group of islands just off of the eastern Australian coast. And as you can see, there's lots of small islands, a lot like the San Juans. Video within the...
Whitehaven is the one everyone said to go to, but
So
we
that's
would
what
have had to get off sooner. So I'd say if we're not going to do this, then I'm going to give it back to him. Is there any reason you want this?
No, if we can't go, there's no reason to keep
do
it.
this one.
Good idea.
The point of that is just expansion, in and out. Essentially, the water's so you stay out there for some time. Potentially, we should rent a sailboat. Dick can show us how to do it.
We'll have to see how well I do on my own sailboat.
Plenty of depth now, so you don't need to be doing that. You stay out there for an hour, so try to get lower. Don't want to get off the back of the reef.
I'm not at the level I could get us up on one pontoon or anything.
Not on purpose anyway.
Not on purpose. Yeah.
That's all. Because you'll be 10,000 Chinese and we'll never tell the difference.
I'll look away.
Right? Hey, you go there looking for a Mr. Wong or a Mr. Dong and you bucket. You're there for hours. Right? You're going to go from here on the train at 9:30. You've got plenty of time. It's only 9:15. When he brings the train tickets back, there'll be a carriage number on it. Alright? You go through these mountains, through 15 tunnels, 2 hours, 504 metres above sea level. A beautiful trip all the way up here to Coranda, arriving at 11:30, 2 hours from here to there. And when you leave the railway station in Coranda, okay, you'll see the Skyrail building. It's right next to it, side by side, that building there. Go up into the village, get ripped off, looked after, alright? And then you back to here any time before 3 o'clock. Now these come in every half a minute, like a ski lift, just keep coming around all the time. So you can go down at 2:30 and still get up. You'll have a ticket, except did he explain for you to get your ticket at the top?
I think he told us 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last one at 2 o'clock.
Probably take that.
Oh, yeah. You're thinking that way forward, aren't you?
Huh?
You're thinking that way forward, aren't you?
It is forward.
It is forward.
I don't do good backwards.
Held in his honour in the middle of the bridge. John Robb had the men deck the bridge so they wouldn't fall through, put up rails so they wouldn't fall off, and erect a canopy so they wouldn't get wet. The noise of the water rushing over the falls at the time caused all speeches to be cancelled. So there was just one toast to the governor. One could say a perfect combination of interesting company, delightful surroundings, good food, and best of all, no speeches.
Don't tell anybody.
I just thought this was all open. So what do you do when you upgrade?
I think it's got a glass
Oh,
bottom.
glass floor. That's right.
$12 each, you get a glass floor.
Might hurt if you fall.
Yeah.
I don't think you can miss a train.
Ah.
They have one of these that go up to the top of Baldy.
Yeah, they have
Right
one that
behind Mom's
go.
house.
They have some between the mountains up at Whistler, and you look down. How far down is it, Dick?
It's-
1,000 feet.
it's a 1,000 feet.
It's really forest, huh?
Hey, don't
Yeah.
stop.
Katie, you know how to rappel.
Yeah.
Bouncing.
Just like a ski.
Looks like a range
Yeah.
forest
You know,
down there.
skiing.
No place to put your skis on.
No, I don't think they ski here.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And I got Bear in the picture. Just don't forget Bear. This is Cairns. We had a great day of being up at Kapunga and taking the train up and a gondola down. But here we are, we're just about getting ready to leave. I spent some time in Cairns when I was working for Boeing, and we had an 802.11 meeting here. And as you can see, there's lots of boating activity, people going out to the Great Barrier Reef. There's mountains all around. I'll kind of do a circle of the deck so that you can see where things are situated. Here we have the combination of tennis, pickleball, basketball court, and we're just outside the convention center. And there's the convention center over there. It's kind of got the grooved roof over there. But it's a town of 150,000, so about the same size as Tacoma, Washington. So fairly large town. Lots of mountains around, lots of things to do and see. There's a cultural center here with a Aborigine show, and there's actually cable water skiing, which we had never seen before. And there's some videos that I took of, GoPro videos that I took of the cable skiing, water skiing, which was quite interesting. I've never seen anything like it, actually. It's actually been a beautiful day because the wind wasn't blowing too hard and it wasn't too cloudy. It was partly cloudy. Sorry for the noise. But over on the other side of the ship is a whole bunch of mangroves. And you can see the position over there. There's a security boat down below. And there's a bunch of mangroves. Well, the thing about mangroves is they protect yachts when there's a hurricane. So you take your yacht, you shove it into the mangroves, and the trees weave, sway back and forth, but they're not going to destroy your ship. Things like cyclones, hurricanes. So it's actually quite beautiful place. I love Queens. Oh, they got some great graphics. Rangefinder mountings.
Now you get it in a little thing.
Yeah. USA? What was this thing?
Part of a bus?
I don't know. Oh, mobile workshop. Jeez. Hey, there's an old Willie's Jeep.
Oh, belly gunner.
Can you imagine being in a?
That's what Dad was going to be in.
Yeah, because
Till
he
he hurt
was
his
because he
neck.
was short. Yeah.
Until he hurt his neck and then got out of it.
Yeah. There were a bunch of these Jeeps down in that hold in the Grover Cleveland in
Strapped down.
in Vanuatu Harbor, or in the bottom. Remember those Japanese ones we saw? Those track tanks that we
Yeah.
saw, the little ones. It looked something like this.
Allison. So is that then a P40?
Oh, is that a P40 engine?
Yeah.
V12.
But it's not overhead cam.
So that the guy that was a flying sergeant and became an officer, Joe,
Yeah.
he flew P40s. Where's a picture of a P40? Is that a picture of a P40? No, that's a Mustang, isn't it? What does that say? Second for Darwin. Where do you see P40 on there?
Where did I see it? Right there.
Oh, okay. You know, I thought he said he didn't want to fly those A-10 or the A. What are the ones in Vietnam that they?
Warthogs?
No. They brought back a bunch of World War II A-26s. Darn. They had a bunch in Vietnam because you could put people in them, or you could put.
Oh.
It's an interesting tracked vehicle, isn't it? Looks like it was one. Mine's with, yeah. Paravanes, huh? Torpedo?
Well, it got some shrapnel, right? That's not small arms firing.
Furphy water tank, huh?
Water.
In an aircraft. Oh, really?
20 millimeter pom-pom.
Yeah. Mortar on wheels.
Three rounds.
These were the only rounds that were fired.
So this is a facsimile then. Yeah, this is the real gun.
Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't seen this good a museum.
Water cooled.
Just think of hauling out water around so you can cool your machine gun.
Yeah.
It's also a dangerous environment, shared with wild buffalo and in saltwater crocodiles and the world's most venomous snakes.
Pretty cool stuff in here.
The electrodes are especially modified with long-range 180-litre diesel fuel tanks
Hey, sea rats.
strapped to the back.
When I first went in,
They also have extended roll buttons
there were still sea rations around.
Oh yeah. I ate a lot of sea rats.
Did you?
Yeah. We used to haul them.
Oh, yeah.
And then we ended up just using them for cushion along the side of the tank deck. But we'd still get them, get the Hershey candy bars, the cheese and stuff out of them. I guess I don't know. We must have hauled them for emergency rations in case something came up. They weren't real.
Japanese sure tried to take on a lot, didn't they? This looks like an Iraq outfit. Bomb disposal. Jeez. Could do some damage to a road surface.
Man, that would dig in, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Be good for taking down to the dunes and
You'd have a smooth road behind it.
yeah.
Buffalo. Well, you'll make your way back to town.
Yep.
Now tomorrow on the ship, first thing, there's
Yeah.
going to be a little commemorative service for the HMAS Armidale that was sunk almost where we're going to be travelling across.
Oh, really?
And it was, they weren't rescued for a week. It was a very long, and my father was on board. And I was talking to someone and who was in the Navy who does services, and they've put together one. So tomorrow morning at 9, come
great.
down to the Franz Howell room.
Okay.
In fact, here's all about, Bob's just taken some photos, because there's a photo of Teddy Sheehan strapped to the Oerlikon gun still firing as the ship was going down. And so I hope
In fact, we saw that already.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
That lovely photo
Yeah.
of Teddy.
That was the one where he's strapped in and he's still firing.
Yeah.
Even though he got
Here we
bombed.
are. My father was on the ship.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
And here's the Armidale, and as I say, it was sunk in the Timor Sea. And my father survived.
So how far away was that?
Well, we're going
In
to be
Timor?
in the Timor Sea now.
Yeah.
as we're
On the way
going
to Bali, huh?
On the way to Bali.
To
Komodo Island.
Komodo.
Okay.
And it's going to be roughly, where it was actually hit is a little bit further along, further out to sea, but it's roughly where they were rescued, because they were in the water 7 days before they were picked up. Quite a story.
Oh, really?
It really is a story and a half. Anyway, as I say, and these are a few of the survivors, and they named a submarine after this young rating, which is, well, they've tried to get a Victoria Cross for him, but nothing's happened. But out of these, there are only 2 survivors left now, and we know Ray Leonard quite well.
Oh.
Anyway, I was talking to this man who happened to be in the Navy for 25 years, and I know what we should do, and he went straight up and saw the captain and asked, could they do it? And captain's going to be there. It's going to be only half an hour or so, but it's going to be a proper commemorative service.
Oh, great.
To the Armidale. So tell your friends to come along.
What time?
Okay, we'll be there, 9
9
o'clock.
o'clock, yeah.
Okay.
So you'll be on board. There's nothing you can be doing. So
No.
come down to the,
Done
Come
eating.
down
There
to-
won't be any eating going on there.
come down to
Okay.
the service.
All right, thanks.
Roll the number.
40 millimeter. Okay. That 40s we had? I was thinking they were 20s. Maybe they were 40s. They look about that size. We were doing some strafing with it one time and secured it up. And the guy was putting the cap on the end, and the other guy was clearing the breach, and there was a shell left, and went bam, and pretty much just knocked this guy to the ground. Luckily, he didn't take his hand or something off.
It's a hell of a spring on there.
Yeah, pretty close. I don't remember. I never actually fired one.
But you had one on board the ship?
I had 2.
2 of them.
2 or 3. I can't remember if there was one on the fantail. One on each. I think there was 3. I was thinking they were 20, but maybe they were.
Our wives are out wandering around somewhere. Why? It's probably more expensive here than it is anyplace else in the world.
Bali is cheap. Bali is very cheap.
Yeah. Did we tell you we'd been to Bali?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our first time.
Oh, it's fabulous. It really is. We are on Komodo Island, getting ready to get off. Oh, wow. You can see the dock over there. Looks pretty barren, though. Much different than the jungle that you see in Bali. It's very lush in Bali, so it's kind of surprising to see this sort of barren stuff. Of course, everybody's wanting to see the Komodo dragon. And that's where we're headed today.
look at the little baby coming here. Coming straight for us. Look at that little guy.
They're coming straight for us.
Yeah.
That's all he was doing.
Here, Komodo Island, Rinca Island, it takes around 2 hours from here to get to Rinca. And then there is another 2 small islands we call Nusa Kode and Gilimotang Island. So, but in these 2 small islands, only a very small number of Komodo dragons. Mating season start in July, August. The female dragon, they start mating when they are 8 years old, and then male dragon when they are 7 years old. And then in October, the female dragon dig in a hole, and then they lay the eggs. So for one female dragon, they can produce 15 to 30 eggs. And then 9 months incubation period. So in April, that's a hatchling time for dragon. Baby dragons can come out from the hole, and then they go directly up to the trees. And then they spend there till 4 years old. And then what they eat small geckos, insects. Because when they come down to the ground, the other big dragon will take them. So here, it's not allowed to feed them, but dragon, they try to find food by themselves. So we have water buffalo, we have horse, we have wild pig, and many of deer. And then when they hunting a lot. But when they get prey, they eat together. So
They never drink the milk of the
no. When they bite, they just leave the animals. After 1 or 2 weeks, the animals get infection, so they cannot walk around, and then dragon come and eat them. Even big buffalo. And then also scientists believe that they can live till 50 years old. So if you come here, sometimes if you're lucky, you see the big one, big dragon. It's 3 meters long and then 90 to 100 kilograms weight. If you have any question, you just ask me.
The small dragon that was in
Yes,
there,
they make a noise just like.
the small dragon in that group, how old would that be?
It's around 4 or 5 years old.
And they don't try to...
So it looks like they're going to back in to over there as well.
Yes, there.
Well, look at there's a warning marker. See the green warning marker right there? Like I think it's a shoal or something.
You see it right here.
Oh yeah. Maybe they had to dredge it out before we could get in there.
That one listing down there.
Yeah. We're coming into Bali. It's Lots of paragliders out there.
Dick's Village.
Lots of boats hanging around.
I don't see no stinking
You don't see no stinking what?
dredge.
That's why we won't make customers so busy, so we organize the carving.
Look at the detail.
Yeah. Wow.
Try lifting one of these.
Don't worry, for big thing, the price includes shipping costs, insurance, shipping costs in one price.
Wow.
The thing. So
That's big, yeah.
my boss won't charge you more money for the shipping costs included. Yeah. If you see something good, if you like something, don't worry, the price they'll negotiate. So no, they are no quick price. And then yeah, you might try. I will ask my boss your price.
Pretty interesting how they do this.
Thank you. We just use soup polish. Soup polish brown color. Yeah. Put depend on the color too. That will be red and color. This water is very light. So just to make them shine like this. Put brown.
Jullie klaar? Neemt een foto met z'n alles of hoe? Je kan ook met die, wat is die vet, met die mandjes. Sorry? Op vakantie. Ja, weet je, die heeft de CAO zegt dat hij
En wat spinnen voor vandaag?
It's pretty. Going? Oh, it's a Chevrolet. What year? 48?
Early 40s.
See, and they serve the drinks off the back, the
Yeah. That's like a 49 or
bar
50.
pop.
Yeah,
49 to
yeah,
50.
49, I
Bar pop.
think. Yeah.
Where's Neva? Hey, I'll come down in a minute. I want to take a picture.
Where's he going?
He's going down. I think there's an art gallery for
Yeah.
this Aboriginal art.
There he is.
We need to do a selfie.
And get a bear too. KPMG. Bicycle trail, running path. Cool, dude. Awesome, dude. Yeah. Crete, Malay, Pacific Islands.
Yeah, might be.
It looks like a passenger ship, but it's only small.
Yeah.
So Corellia, but it's preserved.
There's an exit. There's an exit. It could be one of those.
It says on the side Pacific Eagle.
Oh Christ Almighty!
Got Pacific Eagle, but
It's a baby one, isn't it? It's on the cruise base. So that's good, isn't it? Put it on the front. There you go. That'll be doing your cruise too, won't it? Yeah, that'll be doing your cruise, won't it?
This is Fremantle Prison. We've just arrived for our tour of the tunnels.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll give it to you as you make your way
Okay.
No worries. Here we go. No worries.
Oh, the exercise yard.
Horrific 19th century conditions. West-facing cell, what we've got here, in the middle of summer, that can get up to 50 degrees centigrade. All right, so that's extremely hot. Men were suffocating inside these cells. There are no taps and there are no toilets in any of the cells, and this is the case right up until 1991. In terms of the toilet, you used a bucket and you shared it with your cellmate. Because there's no fresh water, your drinking water, or no fresh water taps, your drinking water was kept in a bucket similar to the toilet bucket. So if you did wake up in the middle of the night and the lights are off and you're feeling thirsty, suffice to say, I hope you're drinking from the right bucket. All right then. All right. So folks, let's get waiting in the summer before we're outside.
The key packet.
Ah, it's too late. I didn't bring my sunglasses.
Run for it! We're free!
Escape! All right, hey?
Oh, everybody's got tunnel hair.
Oh, that feels
Yeah,
good.
everyone's got helmet hair, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Every town has to have a skateboard park, right? Anything I can help with?
Yes, please. Could you take that? There's a coffee puncher. No,
Oh.
around here.
Okay.
Nice.
Sure. The blue tongue lizard.
Actually, it's a black tongue.
There's a big chubby one, that one. He's been eating all sorts of things.
Got bear down there.
I don't have
Isn't
bear.
that bear?
Come on, come out, little guy.
He's looking for insects or something.
He's chubby. Come on.
Stubby.
I want him to move over so I've got his whole body. Come on.
You can go down and stick it in his nose.
He's checking out everything. I want to see his tongue. Tasty. Not too fast. Check it out. Oh, there's some insects crawling around.
Oh, is that what he's eating?
I don't know.
I want to stick his foot out.
That was good, whatever it was.
It's funny how stubby it is.
Yeah. Drags his tummy everywhere.
Okay, the tray is going there.
Not too afraid.
Yeah, he's got ants over there he's not eating. You can't get that piece off there.
As we're going around, but isn't that quite spectacular?
That is spectacular.
Oh my goodness, it is.
What do you reckon? Yeah, it's like the rocks just grew out of the earth, didn't
I like the Aboriginal story.
they? Fingers reaching up,
Yeah, they're gonna grab you.
falling rock risk. Oh, they do fall over, huh? Yeah, but it's trying to get people to stay off them. Yeah. There's lots of people. Got water front channels going through them. See that car way over there? That's where I'm heading. So we can get up. Wow, have a look. But I
A bear's got to sit on a pinnacle.
Yeah, Dick, don't forget absolutely. Ring bear. And I'll get you to come up here and stand up. $300 years ago.
Because they saw the erosion.
Books. But they are interesting. Woohoo! Would you like me to take photos standing beside that?
Great. Wait, wait.
You gotta turn your camera so I'm straight up.
Oh, really? I don't know if it works.
Where do I put this hand?
This is the first time she's ever had her photo tick the pinnacle.
Oh, I'll get a picture of you.
It looks like one. He's got
He
the right
does.
colouring.
Yeah, right colors, everything.
It's nice. Are those fishing boats that are out there?
Lobster
Those all
boats.
fishing boats?
Yeah, they're all lobster boats, those ones. And the season now is a open season. It used to be a finite season, and so the lobster people have a fishing license, and it's something like $100 per pot that they have on their boat. And the fisheries department come on board to do a count, and if they've got one pot more or one pot less, they're in for big fines.
Even less?
Yep.
Why would that be?
To ensure there's no underhand work going on, and they have a certain size to meet. If they're too small, they've got to go back, and if they're females with eggs on them, they've got to go back. So it goes man or crayfishing man. They make big money.
I always thought
Even
it'd
the
be
playground equipment's
nice
like
to-
a lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought it'd be nice to live on the coast until you see how much rust and everything you get.
Yes, it's nothing romantic about it, is it, when it comes to the reality?
Yeah. Just the maintenance.
Wind blowing all the time.
I wouldn't like trying it for a while though.
So can just a private person get a boat and go out and put a lobster pot down?
Yes, but he has to have a recreational fishing license.
Yeah.
And if the fishing inspector goes out there and sees that you have not got one, you can end up in jail.
got on ships to go to Gallipoli. So it's a famous place for Australians and New Zealanders, especially for their losses when they were sent to Gallipoli in World War I. It's about 6:30 in the morning. And we've had a fairly rough time of being in the Southern Ocean.
Pinnacle Suite, and we have the Pinnacle Grill. Now these are our friends.
Yeah, thank you.
They're March flies. They're early. They shouldn't be here this time of year. We'll just get rid of them like that.
What are they? Just
so they're a fly. They like the
flesh.
but they like the protein that they get from our sweat and things. So they don't mind having a bite, but. Later, no, don't worry, there's much worse things than that out there. Don't worry. If you're worried about flies, you might as well get off now, I'm telling you. When you go like that on your leg and you get 8 with one slap, that's when they really start to bug you. And they do at times, generally around March, later in the year, that's when they are. They're more prolific. When our red gum flowers, in particular, the blossom, they love the blossom, the nectar that they get from that. So that's the March fly. Okay. We won't even worry about the snakes and the sharks and all the rest of it. All right. We will be going for a bit of a walk through the bush today, but I haven't seen any snakes on that particular walk in the last 6 months, so I don't reckon there's anything to worry about. All right. So now. Linda might have told you my name's Lee, Lee's going to take us, so that's me. That's a nice short name for you. I don't know your names, I'm not going to give you name tags, but I'll just call you mate, okay? So we're all mates, okay, because we're in Australia now. Yeah. So where are you all from, generally? Are you...
Oregon.
States.
Florida.
So you're mostly from the States?
Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah? Netherlands.
Wow.
Anywhere else? No, okay, that's interesting.
You speak Dutch?
No. No. I probably no.
Okay.
I won't even go there.
Don't worry, you speak at the end of the day.
But that's good. So have you picked up? Who's been to Australia before? Yeah, half of you have been here before, perhaps. Yeah. So do you understand the Australian? The way we speak?
It's hard to understand, yeah. But
you want me to slow down a bit? Righto. I will slow down, okay? I'll try not to nod off. Sorry, I'm a little bit revved up, I am. So we say, how you going? How you going? Say, how you going?
How you going?
Oh, that's not bad news.
No worries.
How you going? So it's how you going, mate? Yeah, how you going, mate? So when you say g'day or something, how you going, mate? So, and I don't need to know your names because I'll just call you mate. Yeah? Hey, mate, and that's not being rude. In fact,
it's friend.
Well, in Australia here, if you're friends, you're rude. The ruder you are to someone, the more you like them. Okay, so it's just our way. It's our sense of humour. So if I'm rude to you today, I'm just being nice. Alright? It's true. It's just the way the more you can stick it up someone, the better mates you are. Okay? That's how we work
he
here.
says, sit down and shut up, you're just being nice.
Yeah, that's right. I'll just throw something at me. But so look, we're going to head out into the Torndirrup National Park. So I've got a bit of a background in nature conservation and things. So I love questions and stuff, and if I'll do my best to answer them, and if I can't, I'll just make up something that you guys will have absolutely no idea whether it's true or not. And no, if I don't know, I've got a big bag of reference books here that we can, that I'm sure will have the answers for us. And
there are toilets out there because toilets are very important. So there's a couple of toilet spots out there, so you don't have to sort of sit there and, you know, and whatnot. But there is plenty of bush. And, you know, we've got this. Dunny roll, there's another Aussie word. Dunny, we don't call toilets in Australia, called dunnies. Okay?
Not lose, huh?
Yeah. So I think that's about the only sort of housekeeping we have to do. Now, and it's been a fantastic asset to the town. It's got a really good area inside, about a 600-seat auditorium, which has got fantastic sound quality. So we're getting a lot more in the way of sort of entertainment, acts, concerts and things. And yeah, the town's really embraced it now, so it's been
You remember coming by that island? That little island?
No, I don't.
Did you see that GoPro stock went down?
Talk about a change in temperature, what it could do.
them. This rock out here straight in front was where they actually tied the whales to while they were waiting. If you know, if they had too many, they tied them up there and then bring them across one by one and process them. So at times this bay here was full of sharks. Obviously they yeah, it was just a free feed and it was too easy. So the whaling, when you asked earlier about industries in Albany, the whaling industry was a huge part for about 25 years, from the early 50s to 1978.
Pretty cute. Here she goes, the swimmer. You want some help?
Oh, I might have to just go down to the water.
told Jody to watch out for the stingers, the crocs, and the sharks. She wasn't buying it though.
That looks so inviting. But I know if I go a little, I'll get off.
You're gonna go all in? You're gonna jump in? I'm impressed, Neva. Better not shove her in. You'll be in big trouble. You'd be in more trouble than I would. Just arriving in Port Lincoln.
Schools?
Yeah, it's the same thing. We carry them around.
Flat, something, flat skin.
Yep, Flat Stanley. Walking into Port Lincoln. The library?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I saw it, but
But do you stay here 5 minutes for photo?
Yes.
Make it up and take a picture. Okay.
That's the Maritime Museum.
You can see the purple. A fair bit of the purple coming through from the trees. Might be better if it was clearer.
Okay, so the city proper, Colonel Light was the Surveyor General when they set up the city, and he based it on stuff that his father had done in Penang, and it's actually a structured city. It's laid out in a square with a parkland surrounding it, which you can see quite clearly down there looking at it from here.
Oh,
Because when they
right.
got out into the suburbs, they forgot all about that. And the big clear patch out there to the left is the airport that we looked at.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
And our ship should be out there somewhere.
your ship is down there. See where that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a power generation plant over to the right. Your ship would be over on the left.
That almost looks like just desert out there.
Salt pans. They actually make salt. They let the salt water in, block it off, let it evaporate, scrape it up. Salt.
They did that in Bonaire.
Yeah.
We have a couple of giant salt lakes further north. We live.
Yeah, we have one. Well, the Great Salt Lake in Utah.
Yeah, we live down there.
Oh, okay.
So down that side of things, that's a reservoir, the first thing you can see. But the Gulf, it's a little bit misty down there, but the Gulf goes all the way down there, another 30 or so miles.
Wow, it's a big
You're
gulf,
going
isn't
out. You're going out tonight, but you would go past Starfish Point, which has got about 30 wind.
Oh, the wind
things.
farm. That's, yeah.
You might have seen some at the bottom of the next Gulf as well. The bloke that used to be my boss retired. He used to do carving and statues and that. That's his thing. He ended up going to work with this guy, basically.
Oh,
understudying
really?
him. At the age of 55, he started understudying him.
Wow.
That's
Silvio Aponyi.
Oh, good one. I should have brought my rock. Who's called Rocky Stone.
Rocky Stone.
Yeah.
You have food? You have food?
Yeah, they have food.
Have you got food, Chief?
Jody, you've got food in your pocket.
I do. Are we saving
Yeah,
it for...
you can.
You can feed anybody you want to feed.
They're quite chubby, aren't they?
Yeah, I know, I'm tricking you.
Chomp.
Oh, it scared him.
They're scary.
They know.
If he grabs bear and runs.
Oh, Bear had an encounter with the penguin. We were afraid that
Where did you see penguins?
we did Antarctica earlier this year. And we went to the
Remember those
we saw a
when we were
number of
down in
places, but the
Porcupine
Falkland
Gulf?
Islands were the best.
Right,
So
yeah.
the
was
rock hoppers.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh well, no,
Chin
these are the
straps.
kings.
Oh, the big ones.
Kings and
Marco.
Magellanic and
Yeah.
what was the other one? Kings, Magellanic,
King-
and
Gentoos?
No, not
Gen-
Gentoos.
Gentoos. He's not too devilish right now.
There, in the sun, as you'd expect.
Well, he's sniffing.
Yeah, we.
Because they fight within that.
Kind of walk like a bear.
with bad hips.
A bad hair bear.
Yeah.
So why did they cut the? Because those aren't the
Oh,
eucalyptus leaves, huh?
They only have certain eucalyptus leaves.
That
They
they'll
only
eat.
eat so many varieties, and they put those white things, fill them with water, and just cut the branches and put them in there.
Oh, okay.
And they put some there. They change them. I forget how many kilos they eat a day. It's a fair amount.
You're acting, he's walking around.
Yeah. He's after the right one. I'm not really sure what he's up to. Looks almost drunk, doesn't he?
This is the most active we've ever.
How you going? Oh, good. Just a little bit fussy today. I'll just get a, sorry, just eating first.
Look at those. Those claws look like they could do some. Look at.
I'll just get you to come around
Oh,
this
no,
side if you
that's
can.
okay.
Yeah, she's just
Okay.
used to having people on this side.
Okay.
She's being a little bit fussy today. Come on, sweetie. And come here.
I didn't read the rules. What were the rules?
So, yeah, if you wanted to give her a patch, just below my hand, just nice and gentle on the bottom here. Did you want a photo?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, he can. Can you do?
Not too hungry.
If I
mean,
throw this, will that scare them?
Some
Or will
of
they
them,
eat it?
some of them do.
Some of them will come up to you.
Hey, hey there.
We had some rain a couple of weeks ago, so.
Yum yum.
We saw one the other day. He laid on his back and he had a joey or she.
Oh,
And that was really cute. You
so
know.
they carry their
They're young, up
joey
to 2
just
years.
like a kangaroo.
Our daughter-in-law is raising 2 kangaroos. They
What
got
happens
hit
is
by a car.
cars hit kangaroos because they're not really good. They're like big rabbits. They see the car headlights and they stop and look at them and bang. But quite often they've got a little joey in the pouch.
So she's rescued 2 of them.
Isn't it the big reds though that are, you know, 6? Suspicious of my camera. He's suspicious of my camera.
Oh, the camera's.
I don't know.
Mine's making little clicking noises, so I think he's pretty good at that.
Not his first day.
He's done this before. So Jody got a chance to hold the sloth. So the sloth has these claws that are about this long and about, you know,
They're built to hold on.
they are.
Because he's sleeping most of the time.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, they're not, they don't kind of dig in with them. They're just really kind of nice with them. But the kids would bring a sloth down for all the tourists. And of course, they make great photos.
Exactly.
And then we were. His wife's name was that?
That's about it.
So is this Australian football
Yeah.
stadium here, or
Yeah,
the
the main
big one, or what's
stadium.
this one closest?
One on the right is Australian rules football, the one on the left is tennis.
Really?
And that's called Memorial Drive.
Oh, sorry. Huh?
Thank you.
So the whole walk along here is the Veterans Walk. So there'll be plaques for
Everything.
groups and sorts.
What was the story about Tobruk? No.
There is.
Worth looking up online, but in a nutshell, basically Australians mostly and Coms held up Rommel for months.
Oh, okay.
Until relief arrived. And Rommel referred to them disparagingly as the rats of Tobruk that he couldn't get rid of.
Okay.
And they wore it with a badge of pride. He said, "Yep, we're the rats of Tobruk."
They were very much.
Just seeing if there's any. There's two there, right there. Sit there. There is actually thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of kangaroos here, I can assure you. I don't know if you know, I'll just sidetrack a bit here, but kangaroos are not nocturnal. A lot of people seem to think they
Southern Ocean.
Belly up. Just sort of sitting there with the head poking out from under the arm. Oh yeah, that's cute. You do that? The little one's head is just kind of looking right at it.
Cute. There's the arch. Oh, they're fighting, playing.
No, those are big bulls. They're fighting.
Wow, that's awesome. So do we have to hustle back up?
Yeah. Take your Jody's picture.
Oh yeah, sure. Isn't that pretty? Oh.
Views of the ocean, and you know if you've got a view of the ocean, you're going to pay a little bit more money. Did you see the when you got off the ship this morning, the big piles of wood chips? Yes, the wood chips. The wood ship comes in and take all those off to China and to Korea. Full paper. They're the ones. As we go up this road here, to the left there's a reindeer farm. So have a look in there and you'll see all the reindeers waiting for Santa Claus to come and pick them out for Christmas this year.
this hill, if you have a look to the left-hand side as we get closer, I'll show you. There's a little family of kangaroos that live in the bush here. So,
right here.
Oh, he's a big one.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a big one.
They are furrier.
Yeah, they are fur, aren't they?
So they all wallabies.
They're called wallabies. Yeah. Now, if you'd like to get out here, it's going to be very windy, but there's some nice photos to be taken there. If you look right over there, you'll see right at the window heading towards Cradle Mountain, that's Valentine's Peak.
That's the biggest one.
Yes, that one looks like a little volcano's there. When Henry Hellyer arrived on that...
Oh, this is a ways up, huh?
So the actual mountains eroded away. You can hop out if you like and take a photo in a second.
Yeah, I would.
So yeah, it's a basalt core.
Well, we need to take care of that.
Try to stand inside.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I gotta kick my bear.
There's a few different stories about the nut.
No, I'm gonna put them up on the sign. Okay.
My friends own these four holiday homes here.
Oh, really?
And their son owns this hotel here.
Okay.
Clint, do you know Clint?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Clint Walker. Well, his mum and dad are really good friends that my husband and I. Oh, right. Yeah. He's a great guy, isn't he?
So you can see the zigzag track going up the side of the nut. But the convicts were actually fed pretty well here. Their main diet was meat and flour and some vegetables that they could grow. But that was enough for them to actually put on weight and height. They actually grew once they got to Tasmania. So that shows how bad things were actually in England before they came out. They reckon a lot of people were actually deliberately stealing and getting sent to Australia just because even though they were convicts, it was still going to be a better life than living in England.
This is a pretty spectacular view here of the nut.
Got his workshop underneath the house, so his workshop's as big as the house in the main street here. But the youngest car, and they're all veteran, they're under 1919.
Under 1919.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that motor. 2-cylinder.
So this is the oldest one we had, 1903.
Can you drive?
And this is the equal oldest Ford in existence.
Really? This one is?
Seriously.
The other one is in America, in Detroit. And in fact, it went there not that long ago from England, where it was sold. And just recently, the great-grandson of Henry Ford has bought it and it's gone back to the family.
And what year is this?
1903.
1903.
Oh, three.
So this is when he first started. This is within the first 12 cars that were built.
In America.
Yes.
Shipped here.
Well, it spent its life in America until 1988.
Oh, okay.
When Francis bought it from a chap who owned it. And the distance.
That looks like just a regular pipe fitting union.
Yes. Well, just look at the plumbing here.
Yeah.
That exhaust. The carburetor, he actually changed that. He reckoned it wasn't that good on the original. He's got a better one because he does drive these now.
I love that.
Which one?
That blue one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's 3, 4, 1903, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Model S, yeah.
But I just love that. That was like a chariot.
Like a chariot?
Little chariot.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
He wanted a big car. Looks like maybe the brakes on these wheels. Yes, you've got, from this on, you've got rear wheel drive. It's still the same style, it holds up in those cylinders.
Still the Dodge Brothers?
Yes, and but you've got 16 horsepower.
10.
Oh, big car. Lot more to move.
Oh, the differential's open. So that has a little set of spider gears inside.
Yep. This one has peaked and gone, but you can imagine what this was like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So this is a wisteria covered walkway.
That's beautiful. Do you ever have weddings out here?
Yeah, we've got 3 spots for
Oh,
weddings.
gotcha. I can see one right, a small one right here.
And so they're other little income streams because we haven't got any next year. Government spending. Other than $5,000 subsidising.
So Neva, tell me if you see him again. Oh, I see him. Yeah. Man, they're big. He's bigger than I thought he was going to be.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Did you?
Oh, there's not much there. Like Niagara Falls. Yeah, water in Australia, it's not real.
Okay, Harry, come on, hang in there.
I'm taking a picture of Neva taking a picture of Bear.
Okay, now you both need to be on each side of him going. Yeah, there you go.
I thought that was not a fish. I didn't think that was
Are nice and rugged up in here, not only for the safety of being warm, but also the king penguins can get a little bit pesky when they want some food.
I don't think we've seen these guys before.
Is that a bull shark? Have you seen them?
Where?
Going in here?
I haven't seen a bull shark yet.
There's a couple sharks over here.
That's a gray reef up there, or a black. We've remember seeing them that size in Belize. The big stingrays. Oh man, he's big.
But this is the guy I'm wondering about. This one right here.
Yeah, he's actually not a man-eater. He's like a, and he's really snaggletooth.
Yeah, what is it?
No, it's not a bull shark. It's a, it's called like something like a sand.
Bear tooth?
No, I'll find it. It's got a plaque around here somewhere.
Oh, that's sharp right there.
Oh yeah, sawtooth.
And step a little
Eyes look
closer.
like-
Step a little closer.
It doesn't look like
He's
even has
gonna
a
breathe.
throat. I know, it must close off. Looks closed, yeah, it does.
It's not like us, you can see.
And he looks like he's missing some teeth.
Yeah, I think he does.
They're
She
stuck,
has.
they're
She
stuck
had
in that
one.
boat up there.
Yeah. Cool.
His eyes are closed again.
That's it for the day. That's
No,
as
his
far-
eyes are open again.
That's as far as he moved.
When she said that
Oh, there he goes again.
he tries to catch the chickens.
Well, when they throw it in or whatever.
Throw it in.
He,
Where's my
Where's my chicken?
Oh, this is good as gold.
doesn't move much.
Nah, it's actually posing for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's wood.
It's so heavy, but it can go really fast.
I should have turned off my red light. 'Cause Rick's got his turned off. He doesn't like that
Look at
red
that.
light.
See, they see us watching it, so they're remotely moving him.
Yeah.
Where did Jody go?
I don't know where she's at.
He's missing.
Great shots though. So how did he drop down?
He just walked off the edge there. And he stayed floating.
I don't think that's remote control, Neva.
Maybe he is real.
He's a guy, after all. That's our tram right there. Yeah. See him down there?
Oh, I see it.
They go under the.
Duck?
They go under the bridge.
Duck.
Duck. And since I had to stay here for a week, I got pretty used to wandering around this area. No, we could have spent another hour in town.
Better safe than sorry.
True.
Well, by the time we walk out there, we have
This is a deck walk around in the Port of Melbourne. We've been here all day, but we've been out at the aquarium most of the day. Looks like we got good security going on. We're being protected. Hey Jake, how you doing?
Handy little thing you got, huh?
I do one of these deck walk-arounds on most ports because it gives you an idea.
Oh, I do too.
Did you go to the show last night?
I did. I love that guy.
Where he had all the pictures.
He's funny.
He is.
I like him.
And he had all those pictures of the ports,
Yeah,
which weren't very appealing.
Well, the pictures were terrible because their projector's terrible. You know, we've been on here for 2 months and we've had that yellow spot.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they replace their lens or get a new projector?
You would think.
Pretty poor, but yeah, the guy is a hoot.
He is.
I like the one where the guy, 92 years old, goes to the doctor and says he's got a leaky bladder. You have any recommendation? Yeah, please get off my door. But he just, they were just one after another. You had to really pay attention.
He had lots of them.
Good. A lot. And very talented. Holy cow.
He was a great pianist. Did you ever watch Victor Borge or like Victor Borge?
I do. He
keep on taking
my
the
hero.
films, you know.
He does.
We are,
Keep
yeah.
on taking it.
Every port I gotta take one.
85 hours. Have a good one. See ya.
See you later, Jake. That's downtown Melbourne. It's a beautiful city. There are actually some people swimming over there a little while ago. Oh, they're still there. Still swimming. Water must be fairly warm. There's the Tasmania Ferry. It does say, "Welcome to Melbourne."
Bathroom.
Oh.
One of the things Americans want to be is proud of their country, and I think at this moment they're
This
not.
is the Kraken Dam.
The president actually could have support to change
Cut
his
this
strategy,
off.
but his strategy.
So you don't get background noise.
We'll get Neva's cough recorded so that we have a record of her cough. So she leaves the room.
You should take it off if you're going to take pictures of it.
You want the?
Is it floating?
You want the?
I'm trying to think
Is that
how
what it
we
was
can
doing?
squeak the crock. We got to. I don't think we can.
Recommending not to get off here. It's just like an additional stop to have a look.
10 years ago, and so it's still here. Well, there you go. A couple of lovely clubs and pubs if you want to have a famous Australian beer.
Does anybody go in town to the rail centre at all? I can stop here if they want to go across, that's all.
If anybody wants to go to the Whales Museum from here, we can stop here now. There's
Anybody? What?
no. You'll see on the right hand side where the road goes to the Whale Museum some of the early houses. They're B&Bs now.
Yeah.
As we come back down into the cove and the road that heads away from us, if you want to walk up there, that's where there's a lovely lookout that overlooks the bays as well. Another whale watching viewing area.
What time did they start serving oysters?
They start serving oysters right now. So, see the seafood shop? If you go in there, they have oysters in there for you.
You know, they take credit cards.
Also up ahead, the Eden Smokehouse. You can have a visit of that. That's what the local project. The Eden Marine Discovery Centre, where if you want to have a walk around there, that's a very interesting, touchy-feely place with, you know, you can tell your grandchildren about for the fishing and sea life.
I know that we've done the whole loop.
Yeah, we've done the whole loop.
How did we miss
Kokora
that?
Beach is opposite us. That's not actually, we don't run a tour. Nice swim.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know we were done.
So if you hadn't noticed before on the way out, this is the dredge here that we're talking about that's doing all the work underneath to extend the breakwater. Next time you come in, the ships will be able to anchor here.
On the dock.
On the dock.
Look out.